Do you want to learn how to be a producer, DJ, on-air talent, or influencer? Visit beonair.com and discover a media school that's changing the game. We have 7 campuses across the country, and you can graduate in as little as 8 months. No math or English classes here, just classes that interest you and give you hands-on experience with real-world professionals in the media industry. And there's financial aid available for those who qualify. Stop sleepwalking through life. Show up for your dreams. Visit beonair.com and take the free career assessment. beonair.com.
Drum majors Emily Maretka and senior Lee Agnes. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join us for the playing of the Crestwood alma mater.
For a quality win and an outside shot at making the playoffs right here in this field.
Please remain standing and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. We welcome middle school band director, Mr. Fitch, to conduct.
Welcome, folks. It is Act 2 of your doubleheader this week on CVC TV. The matchup tonight, the home Crestwood Red Devils taking on the visiting Berkshire Badgers. Right here on SugarandValleyConference.com. Kyle Cornell, AA Anthony Alford with you on the call. As always, matchup of 2, 3, and 4 teams in the CVC Valley Division AA, both trying to keep their playoff hopes alive tonight.
Yeah, it's a big game for both of these teams. Basically, the winner of this game keeps an opportunity of a postseason berth alive here. The Badgers come in, both of these teams, Division 5, Region 17. Badgers are seated at 13. Crestwood is seated at 17. But as we talked about last night, man, for those just joining us, new format with the playoffs this year, only top 12 get in as opposed to top 16. So this is a massive game for both teams that really kind of control their own destiny.
These are evident, of course. Let's talk about the home Red Devils first. Mentioned 3-4, 1-1 in the CVC Valley Division, coming off a tough loss, 21-12 last week at Rootstown. One of the better teams in the CVC this year. Rootstown, they're over at 6-1 coming into this week. Of course, it's been a bit of a struggle up and down year so far for the Red Devils, but Coach D'Amato telling us, hey, they like where they are, though. They're finding their identity now on both sides of the football, and they're playing great down the stretch. They're worried a little bit about the toughness of Berkshire, but at the same point, they're ready to be physical and execute. That's the big thing, the big two words of encouragement and keys for the Crestwood Red Devils.
Which is always key for them. Now, before this week, they have been fine as far as health, but this week they not just hit a bug, but imagine 1 week replacing 3 offensive linemen in your starting lineup.
Yeah, Austin Rivera, Ethan Marshall, and Everett Baines all out on the offensive line. Freshmen Trent Forson, Cade Honeycutt, and Mike Hager, who is apparently going to try and become an FBI agent. We found that out in the senior
oh my goodness,
senior walkthrough.
You learn so much there with these senior nights.
He's going to try and sleuth his way onto the field, and he will. He'll start at center tonight for the Crestwood Red Devils. On the other side for the Badgers, coming off a tough loss, 38-7 at Kirtland. A lot of teams fall to Kirtland during the year, but they did have a big signature win just a few weeks ago, that 43-16 win versus Rootstown. It's Rootstown's only loss of the season. And Coach DeWeese told us before the game, hey, you know what? We have been able to figure some things out here in the second back half, a new defense this year. Maybe kind of key to those first few struggles, those first few weeks, but they've really tightened up the ship and played a lot better over the past 5.
Yeah, and that's huge for them. And you're going to see tonight kind of what they have improved on since we last saw them in week 2, which they all have admitted, from that week 2 game against Hawking, like, all right, we needed to turn things completely around. And the Badgers have done just that. And really has started on, with defensive assignments. And they have done a great job. And I can't wait to watch them play. I can't wait to watch both of these teams compete here tonight. This is going to be a great game.
Something Coach DeWeese told us to look out for on the Berkshire side is number 1, Nate Foltz. He's a 5'8", 165-pound nose tackle, which, yeah.
Get ready for perhaps get ready for that speed package, which sometimes some teams utilize. Undersized, you can fire through those gaps. Should have caused problems with Kirtland a week ago.
It's impressive nevertheless, and we're going to see just how Foltz can impact the game as well as the different playmakers. We know that Crestwood will get the opening kickoff. They'll be on the offensive here to start the ball game. In the back half of our doubleheader here in Week 8, high school football gearing towards the end of the regular season. So much on the line for both of these teams here in the CVC Valley Division. Januska among the returners back there, but it's going to go over Bradley's head and taken in. A solid return up to the 30-yard line there for Crestwood. There's 22 for the Red Devils, that being Chris Morey, and that's where the offense led by sophomore quarterback Michael Callista will take over. And Double A, we've had a chance to see Callista a few times, not only this season, but last year as well. And the growth is evident with the quarterback position here at Crestwood High School.
Yeah, get 5'8", 170 pounds. You mentioned sophomore, but you talk about like the growth, and this is going to be a defining game again because of the offensive line turnover with the injuries. He's going to have a big role as far as leadership here tonight.
And of course, the number to always watch out for is 4. Wyatt Januska is a playmaker out there. So here we go. First down and 10. Callista rolling to his right, going to step back to his left. He's got room to run. He's got a lot of wide open space. He turns left side, hits the edge. There goes Callista down the left side, past midfield, and gets torn down past the 45-yard line. A little bit of an improvisation from Callista and a huge first down for the Red Devils.
Yeah, dude's fast. I mean, he pretty much go to the second level, but he allowed his offensive line, again, working on communication, to let those blocks develop. And he just said, hey, I'm just going to go to the other side. A ton of room. You get him a second level, hard to catch him.
27-yard run for Callista there. And just like that, the Red Devils on the Badgers side of the field. Callista again in the shotgun. Januska in motion. It's a handoff to Bradley. He'll work the right side, turns the corner. He's got room. Bradley cuts back, tiptoes the sideline, and gets uprooted at the end. Solid tackle by Oliver Miller, but not before Bradley gets another big gain. 2 big runs on the opening drive for Crestwood.
And this is the importance as well of selling the fake, selling the play fake, selling, the different options. And, the Badgers kind of bit a little bit there, and you didn't have that many defenders on the backside. Huge gain for the first down.
Back-to-back 20-plus yard runs for the Red Devils. They're approaching the red zone here.
1st and 10 from the 21.
Gonna shift the formation now. Bradley on the left hip off Callista, and there's going to be a flag. Looks like maybe that could have been a false start. And it will be. So 5 yards back after 2 big plays. A penalty.
And again, just think about when you are, I don't care what level of football you're talking about, when you are replacing 3 offensive linemen in 1 week, making sure everyone is on track, that's a tough thing to handle.
I'll tell you what, they've done their job so far. Besides this penalty, the first 2 plays from scrimmage have been fantastic. Great blocking. But now behind the sticks, 1st and 15 from the 26-yard line of Berkshire. Callista in that shotgun. Bradley on his left hip. Januska top of your screen. That's where he's going to throw it on the slant. It's up. It's a jump ball. It's caught.
Good catch.
Januska using all 6'4" of that height to come down with the ball. First pass, first completion of the night for Callista. Gets past the original line of scrimmage. Gains of about roughly 8 to 9 yards.
Kyle, every single wide receiver coach watching this broadcast, CVC TV and Rock Entertainment are like, yeah, highest point of the football, getting up and grabbing it. That could have been intercepted if he didn't get his hand up there.
Use that height to your advantage when you got that kind of size on the outside. Januska, one of those key athletes throughout the entire season, coming to his own this year. Handoff Bradley inside, he works through. He'll get a few yards, but be short of the first down marker. So 3rd down coming up in shorts.
I mean, what a drive here so far, but Badgers have an opportunity here on 3rd down to get that key stop.
Could be crucial. Talk about early on in this game, momentum could be such an important thing.
And you see defensively lined up at nose tackle, number 1, the senior, Nate Folks.
See if he even gets a chance to rush here if they try to just run the ball. And Callista will hand to Bradley. He's working right side. Bradley turns the corner. He's got room, and he's in. Patience from Bobby Bradley. 14 yards out for the score, and Crestwood strikes first.
And credit, obviously, to the offensive line for stepping up. The receivers, the skill guys on the outside, committing to their blocks. You're seeing top-level teams here in the CVC. When your receivers are committed to blocking on the outside, you're going to get big plays.
Just like that one. 4 big rushes on that drive, 1 pass. But the run game on full display, and now Callista's going to line up in that shotgun. So they're going to try and go for 2 here. Bradley again on that left hip. Burnquist was in motion, and now could be another false start possibly. We'll see. Yep, they're going to point in the direction of the Red Devils, so that ball's going to get moved back.
False start against the Red Devils. 5-yard penalty.
And the Red Devils do not have a field goal kicker. So obviously they're going to go for 2 in most situations.
And now instead of 2 to 3 yards trying to get here, you're back on about the 7. Burnquist again in motion. Almost looks like the same play. It's going to be a pass. Throwing. End zone caught. Januska with a great catch. And the score now 8-0. Right here on CVC TV, Crestwood on top of Berkshire. And of course, a chance to remind you, our presenting sponsor for CVC TV is the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Doctors Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. They handle everything from dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com. Also, Greeny Sports Cards, Northeast Ohio's largest buyer and seller of sports cards. And they're looking to buy yours. Whether you have a few cards or a whole storage unit, set up an appointment through their website. That's greenysportscards.com. Greeny Sports Cards, always buying, always selling. buying that great first drive from Crestwood as they get on the board first, and the 2-point conversion is good. 8-0 to score.
They can put points on the board. Every time we see them in action, they put points on the board, no problem. And it's the discipline up front with the blocking. And for the story of this week in this game, the replacements of the offensive linemen, that's the best you could start with that scoring drive.
No kicker, but from what it looks like, Sherman's going to be the one booting this ball away. A solid line drive taken in the Berkshire 13-yard line. Turning upfield, trying to make a play, got some room, still on his feet. Big return down the right sideline. One man to beat and brought it out of bounds. Good chase down by Loss, or I should say by Zasnewski. It's a great return. We have an Oliver Miller out there that was able to turn on the Jets. That's a great start
he gets
for Berkshire.
The second level. He is a problem, and we've seen him put in work on all phases of the game, offense, defense, now special teams. A great field position, absolutely needed for the Badgers.
Do not ask for a better start for the offense now, as those line up inside the 40-yard line of Crestwood. Sam Barsikowski in the shotgun, get a hand inside, outside now, and a great defensive stop, a huge hit on the outside. Januska was there. There's nowhere to go.
And you saw multiple defenders, the further the Badgers were trying to go on the outside, the defense was locked in, ready to go, not breaking the containment. Great work.
I think it was Wadsworth who lost 2 yards, the tight end getting it. And there's a flag that comes in. It's going to be on Crestwood. Encroachment. So move the ball up 5 yards. And instead of a loss of 2, now it's second down and about 7. And Sam Barsikowski, the senior quarterback, number 9 in white. Miller on his right hip. I'm sure to tell the scorekeepers to roll the clock here. 8:20 to go in this first quarter. Crestwood finds himself up 8-0 early. Great opening drive from the Red Devils. Barsikowski, the lefty, looks to throw. Inside, it's caught. A good move back to the outside near the first down marker. A solid catch by Cameron Beam, the senior.
And we're going to talk about Beam a ton here in this ball game. He is a weapon there on the field at the receiver position.
Beam with his first catch, and it is good enough for a first down. Barsikowski back at the line. Miller now on his left hip. Now back lining up in the slot position. Be a keeper for Barsikowski up the middle. He's able to get through and get some positive yardage near the 20-yard line. Gain of about 5.5, 6 yards.
We're seeing big quarterbacks this year again. He is 6'1", 170 pounds. That's the speed, and the offensive line gave him an opportunity.
And staying ahead of the sticks now despite that early loss. The penalty put them right back on track, and the great kick return as well got them on this side of the field.
Oh, the kick return did a ton.
No, the Badgers, yeah. Love playing with that. And the handoff inside, Wadsworth, nowhere to go. Just lit up on the inside. Take your pick. Angelo DiNardo in there. Hager in there as well.
Mr. FBI, get in there. Mike Hager, let's go. Great read there defensively, getting in there.
They've tried twice now to give Wadsworth that play on the little inside handoff. He's lost yards both times, and it sets up third down for the Badgers. Barsikowski getting an adjustment from Coach DeWeese and company on the sideline.
We'll see, too, if those middle linebackers actually do blitz or drop back.
Miller in motion, makes the handoff. Barsikowski throws, middle up, and that one is caught. Turns upfield, and he's in.
Touchdown, Badgers.
Wadsworth able to bring the ball down for 21 yards and a score, and just like that, it's a 2-point game.
And you know what made that work, too? We just saw the linebackers show blitz. They both dropped back into zone, and then the quarterback did a great job identifying exactly where to throw the ball to, the pocket. Great score, great response for the Badgers.
And there is a player down on the field here after that finish of the play. Looks like, from what I can tell, it is a member of the Crestwood roster. So step away from there for a moment and give you a chance to talk to you about another one of our fine partners here on CVC TV. It's R&T Fence Company. He can transform your property with a fence from R&T Fence. Family owned for over 36 years. They provide a top-notch fence installation services. Specializing in residential, commercial, and industrial fencing, they offer a wide range of options, including aluminum, vinyl, wood, and chain link. Call 330-626-5170 for a free estimate or visit rtfence.com. Whether you need a new fence or a custom gate, trust the experts at R&T Fence to deliver quality and professional. And Crestwood, too, so it was a 7-yard conversion for the 2 points. This is a short little pooch kick, keeping it away from Januska and company, taking in little pooch kick, keeping it away from Januska and company, taking in just past the 30-yard line, and not much going for the Red Devils there.
The return.
Yeah, that was Zazanuski who just got maybe a few yards on that, and Crestwood will start on their own 33-yard line. Drive number 2, and that first drive, a lot of success running the football, a couple passes, but for the most part, damage done on the ground for the Red Devils.
A ton of damage done on the ground. This is where, you know, we kind of talked about it before. Defensively, got to talk more communication, the better. And whatever your first move is, get after it, go. You got to beat those blocks. The receivers are blocking hard, so you got to beat those blocks if you're the DBs.
Kawista back in that shotgun, looking to pass on first down, taking a shot down the seam, incomplete, just over the head of Januska, who is working his way back near the hash marks. Second down on the way.
It seemed like that play, and I say this on both sides, it seemed like that was a little bit of slow motion, a little bit. So all in all, just an incomplete play, but it was an interesting play on both sides.
You feel pretty confident. If you're Crestwood so far, the offense has been able to handle it. Januska's made a couple plays so far in the ballgame. Second and long on the way. He's now in motion, Januska. It's going to be a handoff on the inside. Great snuff out on the defense.
Was that number 1?
That was Nate Fultz on the inside, the nose tackle. He's been making plays all season. A huge tackle for a loss.
Stopped by Nate Fultz.
On the roster, he is a defensive tackle. He's also a receiver. That is not something you hear often.
5'8", 165, playing nose tackle.
And Coach DeWeese told us
he walked
to keep
away when
an
he
eye.
said it. Like
Yes,
he was dropping
he did.
a mic. It was crazy.
It was a mic drop.
Well, third down and long, and now the Badgers defense starting to flex their muscles a bit. Hand off Januska. He's trying to work his way back to the middle. Januska's going to get torn down by Schultz. Past the original line of scrimmage gain of maybe about 6 to 7 yards. Is going to set up a fourth down.
Great response defensively. Great response again to play before Fultz and then getting the stop. It was a good run, but the pocket collapsed very quickly. And a great response.
Remember, they were inside the 40-yard line of that great kick return. Now the Badgers have to start inside their own 30.
Again, this Badgers team, they want to work on the outside of as far as a running attack. Watch the DBs, the cornerbacks are kind of pressed.
Barsikowski going to hand off inside. Short gain. Miller able to put his head down, get a few yards.
And Oliver Miller, he's going to be one of those guys who's going to get a ton of work.
They're 6 on the play.
They're going to give Miller actually 6. He extended that ball at the end of that run now. Solid first down run. Second down and medium for Barsikowski in this offense. Defense did their job. When the offense respond, pitch to Miller on the outside, working his way through. He hits the corner. Miller trying to cut back. He does. Past the 40. Gets hit out of bounds hard at the end. Big shot from Ironman, and I don't see a flag out there. That's going to be a first down for the Badgers.
It was clean and great coaching, great call. Great job, too, by number 12, Cam Beam, on the block, picking up that hot defender defensively. Did a great job. Just allow that run to happen.
Now on the 40, handoff again. Miller inside. He finds a hole, spins through, goes down near midfield. That's actually not Miller. I apologize. That's Aiden Weiser. Number 27 getting some work.
Yeah, how about that?
And again, just quick offense here from the Badgers, pushing the tempo. Yeah, Weiser in the game now. He will rotate with Miller. You may even see a little bit of Sam Babel tonight as well, number 28. This time Barskowski throwing in the flat. It's caught. Gain to the outside, still going, turning upfield and gets pulled out near the 30-yard line is the receiver. That is Beam, and he moves the chains again.
Yeah, he's having a great game. Offensive line is doing work. I want to quickly give credit. It was on the previous play. Aiden Andre, number 60, had a great drive block the previous play. Did a great job on the offensive line, but Badgers again moving down the field.
They are pushing the tempo here. Barskowski again in that shotgun. Now Miller back on his left, hand up to Wadsworth, right side, and the ball came out, didn't it?
That is an orange flag. That's the indication.
Well, he may have picked it back up. No, I think Crestwood recovered that fumble.
I think so. I think so, Kyle. He is getting in the backfield almost every play.
Yeah, Foltz was able to kind of force Januska off to the left side, and Miller just cleaned up the play at the end of it. You know, Miller obviously, for as good as he is as a running back, we've seen him play linebacker. Januska, he's going to the left side. He's going to keep it, lower his shoulder. Now he's pitching it at the end, and that's going to be a first down.
Great work.
He ran the option with Callista, as Callista being the running back in that situation, essentially. And he gets 7 yards and moves the chains.
That's a great operation as far as running the option. It's a huge play to be made, too.
Just do whatever you want with Januska at this point. Catches, throws, runs.
He's that good. He is that good.
We see them get interceptions on the defensive side. And a shift of that movement on the offensive set. Handoff. Right side breaking through. Still some room down near the 45-yard line on the carry. There was James Lancaster, the junior. You got about roughly 4 yards.
Defense did get away with neutral zone.
Here, Callista gonna hand off inside to Januska, who's gonna get brought down eventually. He got caught up by his shoe tops. Right at the bottom of the pile there was 73, Danny Tiller, the senior, who was able to keep Januska from moving forward, and then obviously his teammates cleaned up the play at the end.
Tiller did a phenomenal job on that play, getting immediately to the backfield, disrupting the flow of, again, this newer offensive line that we've talked about in this game, and no answer in the backfield.
You know, that first drive was seamless for Crestwood. Since then, the offense struggling a little bit here. 3rd down and long. Januska again in motion. Callista going to take the snap. He's going to roll out to the right. Now he's back under pressure, and he's going to get spun down. Oh my goodness, Weiser got back there and just tore down Callista. A huge loss on the play, going to set up 4th.
And again, pressure up front, creating that pressure up front. And the DBs handle business as this quarter comes to a close, Kyle.
Score 8-6 after 1. Crestwood on top of Berkshire right here on CVC TV. And we called it, partner. This is going to be a close game through and through. The odds makers in Vegas weren't too sure who should be favored in this game. Two very similar teams down to literally the records. 3-4 apiece and 1-1 in the CVC Chagrin division. Tough to call, and after that first quarter, I don't feel any better about it. I have no idea.
No, but that's what makes it fun, right? And both of these coaching staffs, they're so excited about their teams. You mentioned both of them had to go through, critical adversity. They both played a tough schedule, but you play well, you manage all your fundamentals. To play a game like this where you have an opportunity to, if you get the W, perhaps get a spot into the playoffs. Great start, I think, for both teams.
Yeah, we've seen the first drives result in points for both sides. Since then, the defenses have started to step up a bit.
And that's what happens in the playoffs. Like, it's a different play game compared to if this game was played at week 3 or week 2.
Back to return for the Badgers, Chase Wardle and Oliver.
So Wardle and Miller, rather, back to return the punt here from Ironman. He'll boot it away. Top of your screen, the ball is going to bounce. It's taken by Wardle. He spins through, and he's going to get just rocked at the end. A solid tackle.
On the return.
We'll see if the hit is legal because that flag came in after.
Yeah, Morey came in at the very end there and just planted him back. Thought maybe Wardle was trying to get out of bounds. It's going to go against the Badgers, so they're going to have to move back even further. This is the second straight time after a punt they've got a holding call, and they're going to have to move back even further.
The game of field position, these big games, and you even saw, you know, Berkshire benefited the first go-around when they had a great kick return and only had to go, what, 40, 45 yards to score?
Yeah, they broke the huddle, haven't even placed the ball yet. The offense has some pace today. The last drive got stopped by a Wadsworth fumble. They had driven a good chunk of the field, but the defense forcing a turnover. Handoff, left side. Miller trying to scoot his way through, and he gets past the 20. Maybe to the 21.
Plug up the gaps.
Second and about 7 here in this second quarter. Barsikowski in the shotgun by himself for now. Both these teams known for their motion. This time they don't run it. Barsikowski gonna throw. That one is caught. That's gonna be right at the first down marker.
What a catch.
Yeah, that was Luke Stutt, who got 7 and moved the chains for a first down.
That was a great catch. Again, getting the hands up. The receivers are bringing the ball down, doing a great job.
Well, Barsikowski's 4 of 4, 56 yards and a touchdown pass. They found success throwing the football here in this first half. Going to be a keeper, though, for Barsikowski. He works left side, finds the edge, and will get a few yards before he is hit out of bounds. That was Aiden Andre who got to the edge there.
Barkowski did get away from one defender, but that defender did enough to allow the rest of his defense to force the quarterback out of bounds.
4-yard gain. Sam Barsikowski, 2 carries, 10 yards on his docket in this first half. Miller going to move to his right hip, the lefty. Ready to fire again. Going to roll out to that side. Looks like it's going to be a keeper. Barsikowski cuts back through. He moves past and gets spun down just short of the 40. They needed a 38. He's right at the line to gain.
And he might have enough to get it.
Yep, they're going to wave him forward. So needed 6, got about 6.5. And the Badgers again starting to move the ball down the field. 10 minutes to go in this first half. Berkshire trailing 8-6.
And he did a great job identifying and letting the blockers develop the blocks.
Going to be a handoff up the middle, breaking through, spun, and there was a hit late that got Weiser off balance, and he got down to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards.
But if you take full advantage of the perimeter, and like this is the ideal balance that you want in the running attack. The play before, running the outside, this go around, dive on the inside.
Barsikowski going to hand off again. This time it's Miller. He's going to get swallowed up. Morey was on the inside. We've seen him make some plays here in this first half.
Yeah, he's a great player. Great player. Yeah, I like the linebacking core of the Red Devils. You know, they're doing a good job.
Third down, a big one for the Badgers as they approach midfield, trying to keep this drive alive. Put more pressure on this home Red Devils defense. Both teams trying to keep their playoff hopes in perspective and alive. Barsikowski takes it, hands off. And he's going to be short. And Miller tried to just go right down the pike, and he's going to be short by about a yard, so decision time for Coach DeWeese and company.
Well, you had a linebacker blitz there in the middle, but even though the linebacker didn't particularly make the tackle, it was just enough. Like, you can't account for everyone.
Roman Persick also handles the punts, but he is not out there, though you have seen Barsikowski punt if he has to.
Listen very carefully for the hard count.
Nope, they're going to run the play. Handoff, middle, breaking through. That's a first down and then some, down past the 45. Actually, they'll call him down at the 45. Weiser put his head down and got the first down for the Badgers.
And again, you're starting to see more on fourth down plays across different levels of football. Handing the ball off, you get that momentum with the tailback, and just getting in that gap, getting the first down.
And no time wasted as Barsikowski back, getting the team lined up. Trips to the bottom of your screen, too wide to the top. Looking to pass, stepping up, feeling the pressure, gets through. Barsikowski gonna run it, cuts.
Miss.
Well, that's a huge unsportsmanlike penalty.
Miss.
Well, that's a huge unsportsmanlike penalty. It was still a first down run, but it's another 15 yards added to the end of that 11-yard run. So now the ball is at that 11-yard run. So now the ball is at the 20-yard line. And the Badgers find themselves knocking on the door here. Keeper, Barsikowski left side. He's going to work left side, still going through, and dives near the out-of-bounds marker. We're on the 15. Berkshire was able to get there and push him out of bounds.
I will say, when you are defending, when you're seeing the quarterback take off like that, it becomes a little bit more frustrating. It just does. Like, you don't want to see the opposing quarterback in open field.
You really don't, especially with the game that Barsikowski's had at this point, throwing the ball extremely well, now running it well too. Handoff on the inside is Miller. He's going to get stopped. Not much for Oliver Miller. He's going to set up third down.
Great defensive call. Of course, they call for the linebacker blitz. Got it in there. Got it in there.
Yeah, Bradley was able to sift through the middle. And third down on the way. Remember, the Badgers do have a kicker. Third down on the way. Remember, the Badgers do have a kicker. So field goal not out of the question here if they get a fourth down and don't get the first. I think we're in high school range, I believe. I think we're in high school range, I believe. Now pass in and that's caught. Now pass in and that's caught. Great diving play by Stud. And that's going to be a first down inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. Huge completion of 10 yards.
And they've been doing a good job there on
parts of your house. They even specialize in the humane removal of bats. That's right, bats. It's a thing in Northeast Ohio. Of course, they also seal homes to help prevent animal entry in general. To boot, too, they also clean, remove, and sanitize your relation after those animals have infested it. Go to alphaanimalremoval.com to solve your animal or bat problem. That's alphaanimalremoval.com. Here comes the return from the 10. Cutting back through up the middle down to around the 30. Was Morey the returner, and that's where the offense of the Red Devils will take back over. Had that great first drive, AA. Since then, this Badgers defense has been able to really hone in on the rushing attack of Crestwood.
Yeah, the defense is crashing in, so I think it's going to be very critical. Maybe on this first play, maybe you get perhaps a counter a little bit. They can't throw the ball. Like, it's not like this team does not have the ability to throw the ball. They can definitely do so. We've seen it. It's going to be very, very important. Maybe on this first play, a high percentage play really to the outside, perhaps.
And Callista 1 of 2, just 8 yards. Says depletion to Januska on that first drive. Since then, he has not had the option to throw yet. He drops the ball. He's going to get tackled. It's still out there. It's a loose ball. It is going to be picked up by the Badgers. Wadsworth was there to fall on it. Brady Wadsworth, who lost the fumble earlier in this first half, this time gets one as Callista can never get his hands fully on the football, and Berkshire set up for another short field.
The timing was already off on the snap, and then, and remember, too, it's a cooler night. So, that football, if you don't get it clean, it's going to roll off of you. That is so huge. That could not happen.
I think you can ask for a much better field position. They're going to start at the 14-yard line here of Crestwood. Barsikowski and company right back half. Can Crestwood's defense respond now after the turnover? Handoff, it's a reverse. The outside beam going to work his way out there. He hits the corner. Beam pass. A reverse. The outside beam going to work his way out there. He hits the corner. Beam past the 10. Going to get spun down out of bounds. Yard line.
Yeah, but I would imagine it's going to come back.
There's a penalty on that.
There's a player slow to get up away from the field.
Shot block against the Badgers.
Oh, wow, they're going to call it chop block there. So that ball's going to get moved back. So it would have been near the first down marker, but instead, that penalty now, the Badgers going to move back behind the 25-yard line to about the 26-27.
And there was an injured Badger player, but the injury happened off the field, and Nolan Morris is in the game.
Barsikowski under pressure, and he is still on his feet. He avoids it, throws. That one's caught. Breaking left side, turning the corner, and he's in.
Touchdown, Badgers.
Miller found a way to get into the end zone. 27 yards.
Touchdown scored by Oliver
And how
Miller.
many times have we mentioned with Oliver Miller getting his hands up to get the ball? And again, that jersey, talking about the quarterback, can't get him
Now,
down.
Barsikowski was in just a whole pile of players there. 3 different jerseys we thought were going to take him down. He found a way out of it, made the completion to Miller, and Miller did the rest. Turned upfield and used those skills and speed.
And again, because now Barkowski's been established as a running threat in the backfield, you always have to have a defender on him. That allows for receivers like Miller to be open and ready to go.
What a play with the lefty, Sam Barsikowski. And another 2
Badgers.
Yeah, now that's definitely do or die time. Remember, the Badgers will get the third quarter kickoff to start the second half. So really important for Crestwood to try and find their way into the end zone at least one more time before we get there. Got 5:44 to do so.
And I don't.
Badgers Trick Coleman.
Yeah, Coleman who got in there.
This will take over 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line.
It's a great stop. Hard to stop Januska when he's running at full speed.
Yeah, very tough. Very tough to get a playmaker get all over the field. So here we go. This is, opportunity. The moment is here for this offense. As you mentioned, Kyle, other than drive number 1, just not able to get anything going. Just a clean play here on play number 1 will really make a difference.
Yeah, ever since that first drive you mentioned, Double A, it's been tough for this Red Devils offense to get moving. And the ball's on the deck again, it's down. And I think, Berkshire gets it on the handoff. Bradley just shot out of his hands straight down, and the Badgers again get another fumble recovery.
Yeah, the Red Devils, they're in their heads now. That the game now is against themselves. It always is against yourself, but now you can see it. That's something that just doesn't happen.
It's back-to-back fumbles on the first one being a snap, second one being the handoff.
In routine, like that time, that was routine. Like there was no extra pressure. There was no reason to speed things up or anything like that. It's all between the ears right now.
The Badgers trying to take advantage again of really good field position. The ball just inside the 30-yard line of the Red Devils. Barsikowski in the shotgun, going to roll to his left, throws, got a man on the flat, it's caught, it's Beam, he's going to get pushed out of bounds near the first down marker. 7 of 7 for Barsikowski in this first half. He just eclipsed the 100-yard passing mark.
Yeah, and he came into this game, I believe, 1,001 passing yards coming into
Don't forget
this game.
that one.
Yeah, do not forget that one.
Every yard counts.
But again, impressive, and he's had high success rolling out of the pocket and getting his receivers out in the flat.
You talk about like in the baseball too for coaches. We love having lefties pitchers because that ball's going to be thrown up. He's got a receiver there. Incomplete. Try to find Miller at the top of your screen along the sideline. Miller tried to toe tap with that ball. He could not bring it in, so that's the first incompletion of the half. And sets up third down.
Okay, that might have been an announcer's jinx. So we were just talking about how perfect he was.
But I mean, hey, like, the lefties, it's always a little bit of a difference, an advantage. You don't usually see them too much. It's going to be a handoff on the inside, breaking through, untouched, working left side and in.
Touchdown, Badgers.
Aiden Weiser right down the middle.
Berkshire touchdown scored by number 27, Aiden Weiser.
3 scores, 3 out of the 4 scores off of short field and 2 off of turnovers. The last 2 in this go-around, Weiser was able to get the run on the other side. You had the linebacker blitz from the near side of the field. goes up between the center and left guard, getting the score.
Persick going to head out. I imagine this will be a normal extra point attempt, maybe for the first time in this game.
Yeah, you could do it now. They're no longer obviously chasing points anymore.
Feels like in a blink of the eye, it went from 8 to 6 now to 26 to 8. Snap good, hold on the way, kick is up, and it is good. 27 to 8. The score here on CVC TV. And again, like the snap of the fingers, the turnovers coming in bunches now in this second quarter AA. And the result has been the Badgers with great starting field position the past 2 drives, and they've been able to capitalize on both.
And this is where, you know, having guys at this level play on both sides so you don't get an opportunity like, man, it's just a bad thing that happened. Oh, you got to go right back out on defense. You just don't mentally have an opportunity to recover, but they got to figure it out, or otherwise this game is going to get out of hand.
Still feels like it's hanging in the balance right now. Just with the success and the quickness of that first drive of Crestwood, you know they could put together some solid drives, but now the mountain is a little bit taller. 27-8, 5:12 to go here in this first half.
I mean, that
person was a little upset with himself on that one.
I mean, yeah, the biggest adversity right now is the making sure the ball stays up right now.
Not too windy down there tonight, which is usually a good sign when you get to this time of the year. Solid kickoff down the middle, splitting it. Januska's going to get it at the 5-yard line, I should say. Here comes Januska, working right side. He's going to lower his shoulder, get past the 30, down to about the 32. And some pushing going on behind the play. Extracurricular activities. Yeah, Lancaster was not happy with that.
Yeah, and football, it is football. The one thing, though, you got to be mindful of, too, this game has been chippy, and the officials, particularly perhaps in the second half, if this continues, they're going to really, really clamp down on any type of activity like that.
Well, Crestwood's going to have the ball again now on their own 32-yard line. Just over 5 minutes to go in this first half, trying to get some positive momentum now on the offensive side.
Just get something clean.
Westa gets snap, looking, going to take a shot to Januska, left sideline, throws it up, Januska, it's caught! Januska past the 40, and the big play comes in a timely fashion as Crestwood gets some positive momentum. Final.
There you go, and a beautiful football. What a pass. Getting that thing out there, and my goodness, you want to talk about an entire stadium just like, here we go again, we're back. And that was needed. That was absolutely needed.
Love that. 29-yard throw and catch. Januska able to get out there.
Now watch the other side.
Quick throw. That was very close. Trying to get DiNardo in the screenplay there. And I'll tell you what, Huesca almost got in there and made a play.
Not just made a play, he almost took that football to the turnpike the other way.
Nevertheless, lived to fight another down here for the Crestwood offense. Huge play that was needed.
Man, they needed that. They really did. I mean, just, the 2 tough fumbles. Just got to regain your confidence between the ears, and that was absolutely needed by the Red Devils.
Bottom of your screen, Januska. Wardle one-on-one coverage. Maybe the safety shades over a bit. We'll see. Maybe a pass. The ball dropped again. Oh, he's brought down.
Oh, my goodness.
My goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
Foltz, with one hand, pulled Callista down. He overran the play and just stuck out his right hand and just pulled the back of the jersey. Almost pulled the 3 off of it.
And the reason why his position works defensively, because he's undersized, he has the speed. He is shooting the gaps. I have time to think when he's able to get to the backfield.
Again, 5'8", 165 nose tackle. Nate Foltz able to work his way through in the speed. Again, the snap also dropped as well.
But his pressure impacts the tempo of the snap. It impacts all of that. That's part of the reason why they've had those fumble issues, the Red Devils, the last couple of possessions.
Still getting some word in from the sideline. I imagine maybe a timeout will be taken here. And they will. So it'll be Crestwood's first taken timeout. Facing a 3rd and long here. Down 27-8 on CVC TV. You don't have to get all 16, 17 yards here. But I imagine you want to get past the original line of scrimmage. You want to get inside 10 yards to go on 4th.
And again, you're right too, because again, the plays are limited. If you try to go for it all right now, you got 3 all right now. You got 3 receivers here near side.
Merkle's going to move in motion. Calista facing pressure again. He has to roll out to his right. He is going backwards, trying to use some of his speed. He's torn down. Got all the way out there.
Was that Brady Wadsworth that got there? Like in the backfield, one of the guys, maybe?
One of them. He was chased down by 54. That's Chase Bagel, who got back there and just worked. He just chased down Calista, who ran essentially the full length of the field, sideline to sideline almost, to try and get away from that pressure.
Yeah, if it was 88, it was Wadsworth that got it. If it was 28, because that could have been a 2, Sam Babel.
That was Basil who got back there. And the sophomore, there was like 4 jerseys back there too. They all forced him out. It was a race to see who could try to catch him first. And 54, Chase Basil was able to get there and do it. Hireman will punt this one away again. It's going to have time. That ball on the deck, it's low. It's going to be up for grabs. I think the Badgers have the ball, and they do. There's the official word.
Man, you just wondered, like, if you're a Red Devils fan, can the ball bounce your way once?
AA School of Special Teams says Chase Wardle should let that one bounce, but he tried to catch it in the air, and lucky to keep possession for Berkshire here.
And I think he saw, I think the reason why he wanted to go for it, the blocking was developing. But, yeah. I mean, you talk about Chase of field position, almost there.
All right, so another chance. 3:06 to go here in this first half. Barsikowski in the lineup. In the shotgun. Oh, and he's going to get brought down. Barsikowski,
the ball carrier.
Took your pick. That was Bradley who was in there, as well as Donardo.
Yeah, great work there by both of those guys. Really with that containment. And again, not much time coming off the clock. Now I think now the Badgers might be rolling it just a tad bit. So now you got to be mindful of the Red Devils.
The rollout for Barsikowski, a back foot throws. It's up, and it is incomplete.
What a hit.
Great job. A false start, I believe. Imagine you want them to repunt that.
Unless you're mindful of the time. I mean, that could be the other thing. You just.
I want an opportunity to get the ball in Januszki's hands if you could.
True.
But if it is against here the Badgers, I imagine the ball will move up a little bit. So we'll take that.
False start against the Badgers. 5-yard penalty from the end of the.
All right, they're going to enforce the penalty end of the kick.
And you're actually in good field position anyway. This is actually a fine call. Like, you're in good field position anyway. 2:21 to operate. The classic 2-minute drill. You practice this at camp.
All right, so let's see if this offense now trips to the top of your screen. Quista problems with the snaps, and Burnquist in motion. Will hand. Working that right side. Yeah, first carrying a bit for Lancaster.
Yeah, and again, the defense did a pretty decent job there. You know, again, not going away from the principles with running the ball, getting the stop.
Yeah, boy, Fultz has just been all over the field tonight, hasn't he? Which is saying something for the nose tackle.
That's saying a ton. I mean, again, you know, this Red Devils off, they're going to be game planning against this young man. I mean, they have been throughout the week, but they're going to really game plan against this young man at halftime.
2nd down and 6. Minute 40 to go in this first half. Calista looking to pass, going to throw over the middle. It is in and out of the hands, almost caught by Januska.
Calls it complete. Oliver Miller on coverage.
That's tough. That could be a dangerous throw. If it's just a bit off, the defenders are right there. Miller could have took it.
Able to stay alive, though, the offense. 3rd down on the way. Minute 30 and change to go here in this second quarter. The Badgers.
Touchdown, and again, they don't have a kicker, so they will go for 2. If they score,
they talk about 11-point game.
It's an 11-point game.
This is not over by any stretch of the imagination. And the way the defense play with normal field, I mean, you think you got a pretty good shot if you're the Red Devils here. Whistle looking to pass, throwing short side. It is caught. Out of bounds on the far side. Zesniewski able to make the completion. Gain of about 8.
And again, this is what happens too when your offensive line gives your quarterback an opportunity. Hey, there's a few Mississippis. It's an opportunity to get that ball out. Very efficient.
Calista now 3 of 6, 45 yards unofficially in this first half. Of course, Barsikowski on the other side having a great game. 7 of 9, 102 and 2 scores. To the pass, Calista right side, out of bounds. Looking for Zazanewski again on a short completion. That went over his head. 3rd down on the way.
Yeah, that came hot. Just a tad. Just came a tad hot.
A little over the top, too.
But again, incompletions aren't the worst thing in the world because it does stop the clock a little bit. Get a clean play.
And again, this is when you cross the 50 with the score the way it is 4-down territory. So you don't mind here. You want to try and find something.
Boy, would it be something if you decide, I don't think they will, but man, call a draw play on its 3rd down.
Now Januska's top of your screen on the slide.
Oh no, don't call the draw. You got the linebacker showing blitz.
Yeah. Burnquist able to come over and cover now. Going to be a handoff, and now I'll tell you what, nowhere to go. Berkshire's defense swarming Bradley, who actually lost a yard on the play.
Yeah, the defense was all over it. The look looked good initially pre-snap, but the defense adjusted. You have the linebacker in there. Makes it tough as the Badgers call timeout.
So 4th and 5, and it's forcing Coach D'Amato to make a decision here. We said if you're on this side of the 50, you'd imagine they'd go for it regardless here, but never know. Carlisle is at 5. They could still
not able to convert on that 4th down.
Gave your best player a chance to launch it.
It was a great ball.
And I'll tell you what, it was high enough to where, Zazniewski was able to come back to the ball. Just sometimes with the lights, too, the ball can get lost up there. There's not enough time to adjust to catch it and bring it in. If he did, he had open space. And now the Badgers going to have it on their own 41-yard line. Barsikowski going left side. He's going to put his head down and gets tackled out of bounds.
Barsikowski, the ball carrier.
A solid game for Barsikowski, who's continuing to have a fantastic first half. Bradley knocked him out.
And again, the Badgers at this point, they're playing the clock. You keep getting out of bounds. You can even throw the ball. I would even say you could have an opportunity to throw it over the middle.
2nd and 5 from the 46.
If you do, you want obviously probably a 15 or 20-yard gain. You can call a timeout if you decide to go over the middle with a slam.
2nd and 5. Barsikowski with Wadsworth in motion. Going to step with the pass over the middle. There's the boys' call, and it's in and out of the reach of the intended receiver. Took a shot down the seam. Stud almost made that play. Instead, now it's going to be 3rd down, just out of his reach.
Yeah, they wanted to flip the field. I mean, that's, again, I don't mind that play call whatsoever. Take the necessary shot.
Well, the way Barsikowski's been playing, too, and throwing the football, yeah, why not? Down the seam.
If I'm the defense, I'm paying close attention to the perimeter on the outside.
Going to be a keeper. Arskes turns upfield. He's got room and gets the first down past near the 40-yard line, I should say. I think he may just be just short of it, the 41. They got to move now.
Yeah, they're choosing not to call time. Remember, again, the clock briefly stops when the chains have to get reset.
They're going to spike the ball down. They will. 30. The clock should have stopped around 37, but they'll keep it rolling through. So 34 is where it will be. Not hiked yet, so they only get 2 yards off of that, believe it or not, on the completion.
So you're going to see some kind of, we talked basketball earlier, you're going to see, the Badgers is called timeout, like having a look, kind of see what's going on. I think the Red Devils, I think they also have a timeout.
Yeah, both teams with one remaining here. Actually, I think Crestwood may have taken it. I'm not sure. Nevertheless, I don't think Crestwood's taken one at this point. They want to try and get it in a half with the score as is. The Badgers try to figure something out here.
I'm going to figure out a halftime if I won the 50-50 raffle.
Oh. It's a broadcaster's courtesy to share it with your partner. Only 50-50. There's only 2 of us.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. When you find that rule, let me know. And
I'll find it in the bylaws of the OHSAA.
I will be miles out of this town.
Seen it before. Persick knock it through. Timeout going to be taken by Crestwood.
Might as well take it. It doesn't carry over.
Chance to ice the kicker on this chilly evening. 2 seconds to go in this first half. 27-8 is the score. If the Badgers can have it there, they want to try and get to 30.
Try to, and perhaps, and this is where you also, if you're Coach D'Amato, your Red Devils, you're telling your team, hey, look, don't jump off. Watch for the hard count, anything like that. Pay close attention.
Second quarter, but give a lot of credit. 21 unanswered points to the Badgers. Berkshire leading Crestwood here on CVC TV. Double A, your thoughts on that first half?
And I think 14 of those points happened in less than a minute.
13, yeah, it was really quick.
It was really, really quick. And you just wonder here, obviously the Badgers had an outstanding first half across the board. For the Red Devils, a couple of their own self-inflicted mistakes has led this score to be what it is, and they're going to have to find a way to get some impressive drives. They showed hints in the second quarter, but they're going to have to put it all together. They want to come back and have a shot to win this game.
And we'll see how it goes as we send it over to the bands for halftime. We'll be back after that to get ready for your third quarter of action here on CVC TV. Badgers leading the Red Devils right here in Sugar Valley Conference. Any unwanted guests in your home out there, you want to make sure you can get them out safely. We all love our animals, of course, but want to make sure your house is taken care of too, as Anthony mentioned. They do a great job with that. Anthony, where can people go to make sure they do this the right way, the humane way, and the safe way?
alpha-animal-removal.com. That's alpha-animal-removal.com.
Right there.
Great job, Marching Badgers, and thank you everyone for coming out tonight and letting the Berkshire Marching Badgers entertain you. We want to...
We proudly present to you tonight the 2025 Scarlet Guard. We will play our show entitled Wild Things, arranged by Alex Bodie. The band travels tomorrow to Ohio Stadium to perform in the Buckeye Invitational with 44 other bands, including the best damn band in the land, the Ohio State Marching Band. Soloists tonight include Brady Major, Damian Richards, Emma Lyons, Thea Casper, Alice Forson, Lily Hemrock, Natalie Pradle, and Marcella Zach.
But Max realized he missed his mom.
Following the football game in a special post-game performance. Following the football game in a special post-game performance.
A lot of wide open space. He turns left side, hits the edge. There goes Callista down the left side, past midfield. He gets torn down past the 45-yard. Callista again in the shotgun. Januska in motion. It's a handoff to Bradley. He'll work the right side, turns the corner. He's got room. Bradley cuts back. Tiptoes the sideline and gets uprooted and in.
Touchdown, Badgers.
That's what led to this score being what it is now.
Crestwood just gave it up on their own. I mean, you talk about two of those turnovers happened back to back, essentially on short field. Just, you know, they have an opportunity. Defensively, they are figuring some things out, and I'm very curious what some of the adjustments we're going to get coming out of halftime. If they can get a stop defensively, and then on offense, move the ball down the field, the gap can close up. We'll have to see what happens if how the Badgers can respond.
Well, we've seen the resilience of this Crestwood team multiple times throughout the years. I think back to last season, game against Fairview to close out the year, 47-46. They lost that game, but man, the battle that we saw within it.
It's a culture thing.
Yeah.
I mean, and Coach D'Amato has established the culture. You know, the Red Devils, I mean, both of these teams, both of these coaching staffs, Coach DeRees, doing a great job at his Badgers team. So it's, I mean, the score will tell you, you know, what it is, but this is far from over. Badgers going to have to make sure they do not mess around here early in this third quarter. They cannot, under any circumstances, let this Red Devil team hang in there and regain their confidence. They kind of lost a little bit during the second quarter.
Well, it's going to be, I believe, the Badgers starting with possession to open the third quarter.
So again, you want a good kickoff deep, you know, no messing around, you know, to kick off, and then, you know, find a way to do whatever you can, force a 3 and out, kind of limit this offense, and go from there.
Now, we saw when Crestwood was able to play on a normal field, not on a short field on the defensive end. They were able to do a pretty good job of keeping, you know, Berkshire at bay for the most part.
Is James Lancaster.
Lancaster gonna
Out of bounds.
so move it up.
And yeah, because of that,
Out of bounds.
So move it up.
and yeah, because of that, this drive's going to start at 35. Of course, what a scene here tonight, senior night here in Mantua. Hardly no empty seats on both sides. A great turnout.
For a game that we talked about the stakes coming into this, how important this is for both sides. The Badgers right now just on the outside looking in. They're trying to keep those plays 2 to 3 yards. Trying to keep those plays 2 to 3 yards instead of the 5 to 6 chunk plays they were getting in that second quarter. Barsikowski going to throw outside of the flat. It is caught. Moving through, getting the first down is Bean. He lowers his shoulder and pushes towards midfield.
Barsikowski's pass completed.
Yeah, 8 carries now, 29 yards, but it's timely carries. This time going to be a keeper. Barzakowski, top of your screen, works through, hits the corner. He breaks free. Barzakowski, it's a foot race. He's trying to get there. He's going to get tackled. The ball came out, but Berkshire is there to get it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Badgers.
That's why you follow the play to the end. Barzakowski lost it. And he's getting
the
How about it?
Yeah, Beam was there to recover the fumble. Great chase down, but just...
I mean, the run itself was unbelievable. Here's a guy who was able to just break it out, break loose, get that sprint on the outside. The blocking's just on point. The only thing you'll say, though, on the film is you protect the football through the end zone. We saw an NFL player prematurely lose the ball, before. It was self-inflicting unlike that play, but great run.
Extra point is blocked.
What a drive. Right there, and threw a
boost there off the back end of that return.
In that game, but they didn't lose any of those fumbles. It's just, it happens. It's the tough thing about the game of football.
The time of year, too, the cold air. Tougher to hold on to it. Happened to Crestwood a few times in that first half. They lost those fumbles, of course. Handoff here. Here's Bradley. He's working to the outside, trying to put his head down. He gets past the 40, down to about the 43. Good run from Bobby Bradley. About the 43. Good run from Bobby Bradley. Talk about numbers being called. Only his 5th carry of the night.
Play call. Play call.
8 of 4 on the play. First down, Red Devils.
Wardle was there, and he's been tasked with guarding Januska for a big chunk of the game.
Wonder. Telling Warlow to get off the field there after the conflict. So the official.
I think they're just down a little bit longer than normal, but he shouldn't have to leave. I
think the official waved him off the field.
All right, well, we'll take a play off then. Tight formation, they switch out and move it here. First down. Handoff, Lancaster right side. He gets caught.
James Lancaster, the ball carrier.
Stop on the outside there.
For no gain.
Morris was one of the defenders, number 11, in there to get the stop.
Yeah, Morris is doing a great job in there. Like, he really is doing work. Reading the guard and committing to the play.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage. 8 minutes to go in this third quarter. 33-8. Crestwood trying to get some momentum and some points on the board. Lista takes the handoff.
It'll be 3rd and 20.
I think they're still keeping this third.
It'll be 3rd and 20.
I think they're still keeping this third.
15-yard penalty.
It was a 15-yard penalty. It's just, 3rd and 5?
3rd and 5.
Yep.
From the 47.
Oh, I'll take that. On the other side of the 50. It's Crestwood trying to build some momentum and get on this side of the field and get more points on the board. They haven't scored since the first drive of the ball game. Direct snap to Janus. He capped it, had to go back against the play. He got a huge gain out of it. He capped it, had to go back against the play. He got a huge gain out of it. Fifth again, Lancaster on the right hip of Callista. They'll give it to Lancaster. He'll work up the middle, trying to pound his way through, and he gets back to the 15. They marked Januska down before at the 17, so a couple yards for Lancaster on that carry.
Breaking tackles a little bit there, but man, cannot help but say that play before, so huge to finally get some kind of momentum going if you're the Red Devils.
Well, it seems the big plays in this game have come from 4. Januska's been able to make a couple big ones. Remember, had that big catch in the first half to try and get some momentum. They couldn't capitalize on. Had that big catch in the first half to try and get some momentum. They couldn't capitalize on that, but still turned the tide for a moment. Currently on the sideline now is Januska. 2nd down. Bradley's got the carry, top of your screen, working around the corner, trying to hit the edge. He stiff arms a man down. Bradley got near the first down marker.
Man, even if you're in the right position, not being able to make the play defensively, because it was the right spot, had that containment, but great response offensively, great cut.
Yeah, timeout was called here. They waived it like it was going to be a timeout, but the players are still heading out on the field.
Gain of 5 on the play. Third
Might be
and 2.
earlier in the game saying moonlighting as a receiver.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. He found a home right there on that defensive line and has been playing great football all game long. And now a big 4th down for Crestwood.
Get something out on the flat.
Got Bradley on his right hip. He's going to get it. Bradley trying to work inside. He is going to get stopped. He's trying to get forward, and he is brought down at the 11-yard line. He loses a yard. It's a turnover on downs.
The defense committed to the run. Man, that would have been nice. You had something open on the perimeter, but the defense called it right. Not able to take advantage of the big run. Defense has been on it.
You know, Bradley had to change his movement after he got the handoff, and that's one of the things defensive coaches teach. If you can get the running back to immediately change before he even takes his first step, his route, you're ahead of the game on defense. That time, Bradley just had no room to go anywhere.
We saw that a ton last night, with Perry and Harvey.
Yeah. There was short. Got down goal to gain Garrett territory. Got down goal to gain Garrett territory rather there. It's 3rd and short, 4th and rather there. It's 3rd and short, 4th and about 1 yard. Little screen. About 1 yard. Little screen pass out. It is caught. Screen pass out. It is caught. Breaking through is Miller, trying to get some gain, but a great tackle on the outside.
Barsikowski's pass.
Nowhere to go.
Complete to Oliver Miller.
Linebackers in the secondary did a good job identifying Miller on the outside, knowing that he was going to be the attack.
Loss of a yard on the play.
Did a good job and lost a yard out of it, too.
From the 9.
Yeah, Devlin was able to just run him down on the outside, and here comes 3rd down on their own 9-yard line. So a big chance for Crestwood's defense here to keep these guys pinned back. For Crestwood's defense here to keep these guys pinned back. Kowski sending a man in motion. Barsikowski looking, throwing, left-handed, incomplete. He had a receiver open, just let him too far out of bounds. He's trying to go to Stutt. It's going to force a 4th down. And I imagine the punt unit and Persick going to head onto the field.
And I will give the defense credit, too. Maybe they forced Barkowski a little bit to go a little bit too deep into the depth there in the rollout. That's probably why the throw was off.
In the punt for the Badgers, Roman Persick.
Persick going to be in his own end zone, just barely. And trying to punt this one away to Januska. Snap is a little high, but he controls it. Almost got blocked. Huge punt from Persick. It's going to bounce near midfield, and that's where it's going to die, just past it. And that is where the Red Devils will take over on their own 49-yard line. 3:02 to go here in this 3rd quarter, right here on CVC TV. All Greeny Sports Cards is now live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. on social media. You can join the conversation with Hobby Talk and interviews, or you can stay for their live auctions on eBay with their auctioneer, Alex. You met Alex.
Yes. Alex is fantastic.
And one of their events, of course, that are always going on. Of course, you can find all their social links on their website, greenysportscards.com. That's greenysportscards.com. We won't hold it against Alex for being an AEW fan. Sorry.
I won't hold it against him. You might be a different story.
I have a lifelong vendetta against Alex. First down for the Red Devils here. Just over 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. The offense has been showing some signs. They've been moving it, but just getting stagnant when they get deep into Berkshire territory. Quick pass out to Januska. He's under pressure immediately, trying to spin through and get some positive yards, and he somehow got almost back to the line of scrimmage, but still ends up losing about 2.
Defense is locked in. They're all over that play. And again, Crestwood early on in this quarter has success.
Near the 40, and the Badgers get another one.
I believe that's what their 3rd fumble lost. There, and now after a big play, they had, the safeties kind of bit a little bit, but not taking care of the football has been costly for the Red Devils all night long.
Yeah, Januska had the 1st down, or near the 1st down at least on that carry, and the ball just came out after that hit. Just trying to fight for every single yard, and now The Badgers get the ball back on their own 40. It's been that kind of night for the offense for Crestwood. Pitch to the outside. It's Weiser. He's going to work his way through. Lowering the shoulder, getting down near midfield. Weiser been the bruiser tonight.
You know, it's that kind of play where I gain more respect for the chain game. You get dangerous out there on the sidelines. My man almost got crushed over there at the 50.
Weiser, 6 carries tonight, unofficially 61 yards and 2 Berkshire touchdowns. He's been a bulldozer out there, over 10 yards a carry.
And again, after those costly turnovers, a lot of those players, you know, are still on the field. They play both ways.
Enough again, working inside. Weiser able to get the 2 to get the first down.
I mean, if you think about the psyche, you know, for the Red Devils, and again, we're talking about kids. I mean, these are teenagers, young adults. I mean, after you had a big play, you had another costly turnover, again, you just don't have an opportunity to mentally recover. For that, physically they can make the plays, but mentally, how do you stay in the game? It's a really tough thing. More and more time, like the third quarter is almost done. I mean, more and more time, you lose opportunities.
30 seconds to go in this third quarter. Second and 13, ball is out. Barsakowski recovers it. He's going to throw. There's nobody there, but he was outside the tackle box, so that's just going to be incomplete.
And again, you're talking about like the ball's bouncing the right way. That's another.
Oh, I thought they jumped off sides there for a moment.
Well, they're getting the play.
Oh, I thought they jumped off sides there for a moment.
Well, they're getting the plays from the high snap.
Another high snap. It's a late handoff. Still finding a way to get through. All across Northeast Ohio, specializing in residential. All across Northeast Ohio, specializing in residential, commercial, and industrial fencing. They offer a wide range of options, including aluminum, vinyl, wood, and chain link. Call 330-626-5170 for a free estimate, or visit rtfence.com. Whether you need a new fence or a custom gate, trust the experts at RT Fence to deliver quality and professionalism. That's rtfence.com, your fencing solution.
You just wonder again, just like, man, can the Red Devils in any way, shape, or form catch a break? It just hasn't happened. In any way, shape, or form catch a break, it just hasn't happened. But the Badgers
is the game, and you forget about it. But yeah, there's been more attention to detail on the special teams when it's coming to trying to keep the ball out of these guys' hands across the board from different teams we've seen all season long. And yeah, you don't want to give any momentum to Crestwood, and usually when the ball's in Forrest's hands, momentum is shifting.
This defense has been so locked in all game long.
Speaking of which, he's in the backfield now with Callista, the quarterback, and he'll get the direct snap. They ran this play before. Januska working his way at the middle. He's going to get brought down. Solid tackle. To work his way around and ended up coming on the end and just getting the huge stop.
But also defensively on the other side, keeping the quarterback contained, allowing the backside sack. I mean, that's also big time. I mean, that's the kind of game this defense has played besides that opening drive.
It's going to set up a 3rd and long for Crestwood. And you mentioned it, yeah, a couple big plays here or there, but for the most part, it's just been tough for this Crestwood offense to get moving. They've had peaks and valleys of movement in the game, but it's been a turnover or some fortunate play. Look at that, a huge pressure. He has to throw off his back foot. Completed that pass somehow. It was to DiNardo, who maybe got bats. Works to the right side, and he's going to get torn down.
Great open.
Works to the right side, and he's going to get torn down.
Great open field tackle.
Solid tackle in the open field. It was Lancaster who swam in there and made the stop.
I mean, and you make that play only if you sprint and arms wrapped around the returner and set your feet. Like, he did all of those things and did a great job.
There's a player down right now for Crestwood. That is Jake Devlin, the wide receiver DB. Remember, he went down in the first quarter near the end zone. We hope the best for the young man. And again, it feels like it's been just real difficult to build momentum for the Crestwood offense tonight, AA. They just have not been able to put a limp. Hoping he's all right.
Of course, also worth mentioning, of course, as we get closer to playoff time, check out ChagrinValleyConference.com. A lot of races as far as what the conference.
They're still going. He's got one man to beat in a foot race of 45 yards.
He runs hard, and Tiller was one of the lead blockers, sprinting down the field alongside Weiser. And it's been that kind of night for the Badgers, handling business.
Getting right back to the line. Marsikowski, first and goal from the 5. Ball is fumbled. It's picked up.
Fumble on the play.
That's great awareness. I think if that was Babel, who was able to just pick up the ball off the ground on the fumble and just take it for no gain. Second down. They'll try again. Keeper, Marsikowski. Got maybe a gain of 2.
And again, the Badgers have lucked out today with the fumbles, but it's going to be something that it's going to be a talking point tomorrow morning.
I think they put the ball on the deck 4 different times and have lost none of them, which is an impressive yet scary stat if you're a coaching.
He has. He's really stepped this game up and making his presence known. Great defensive play call to force a field goal attempt.
Remember, the first field goal attempt for 45 to end the first half was short. Bursick in the lineup now. Another one. This one will be about like a 27-yarder. Give or take a yard or 2. Snap's good. Hold. Kick on the way is up, and it is good. Bursick knocks it 2. So 36-8. The score with 6:52 to go in the ball game. The Badgers had first and goal at the 5, but Crestwood able to get a couple stops on the defensive side, forced the field goal.
And was key, and I know the score is what it kind of is now, but with that field goal stop, no running clock yet. So I know it might be a 1 or 2% chance, but there's still a chance.
Well, we talked kind of at length about this even yesterday with Harvey against Perry. Of course, that final score was 49-13, but they scored 13 points in that fourth quarter. They were able to really get moving in that second half and start making some plays. And you want to build that momentum going in to the rest of the season, and hoping maybe to get a few of those guys back from injury if they can. Hoping to find some late season magic.
Yeah, you got to find something. And again, man, it's going to be tough too because for the Red Devils, the last 2 games. Kirtland next week, Wycliffe the week after. Man, that's why those turnovers early in the game really hurt, because this was the game right here.
Really important, this one too. Yeah, I mean, you talk about just the proceeding and everything. Playoffs. Inside the 10. Taken by Morey. He's still working his way through past the 30 down to about the 33, 32-yard line.
And actually, the Badgers also have Wycliffe coming up. They have them next week. But Chagrin Falls week 10. So
this was the big game circled to get back to 500, to keep the momentum, to try and move the needle more to what has been a good post first 2-game season for Berkshire.
Yeah, and again, I know we talked with the coach, with Coach DeWeese about it, is when we got him against Hawkins, it's like completely different ball game.
Calista in that shotgun, Januska in motion. Going to be a handoff to Lancaster. He's going to work his way forward for a gain of about 2.
And I'll say this too, like the defense we have seen tonight from the Badgers, that is not the defense we saw in week 2.
No, this is historically different.
Yeah, this is, in week 2, they lost to Hawkins 44-0. They were down 27-0 before halftime in that week 2 contest. They had Sean Austin, the USC commit that
go here in the ball game, 36-8. The Badgers have technically scored.
Yeah, it was 8-6.
It was 8-0.
8-0.
Start the game, yeah. Badgers responded, and then it was a little bit of a break. Callisto under pressure again. He's going to get chased down and brought down again. Flag comes in late. Wadsworth chased him down. Another flag comes in late.
Wondered
if
was there a second flag or the officials just picked up the flag.
He picked it up and threw it again
to another spot. I don't understand that. Like
the officials are being official.
I know. You trying to make sure.
The play was declined. It was against Crestwood. Maybe some holding, possibly. It's going to set up 4th down, I would imagine, yeah.
It's like you throw the flag. All right, I want to make sure everybody sees the flag, and there it is again.
The 4th down punt unit is out there. Crestwood.
4th and long for Crestwood.
That first drive just seemed too easy on the first drive. They just moved down the field so quickly, and then the Badgers made some adjustments, and Crestwood's not been able to do much since. They punt from Lancaster. It's going to be a fair catch by Beam at the 46-yard line. Another flag comes in late. More laundry than Double A's apartment on the floor, but
that is true. Hey, I keep it clean, though. I do keep it clean.
Did that one came in late, and the way they're pointing should be against the Badgers, so they'll move.
I appreciate the laundry services provided by the City of Bedford.
Yes. Do you laundry at City Hall? That'd be convenient.
On the bills I have to pay, sure. Our team does come to council meetings at in the City of Bedford, and I have some concerns.
You have some notes.
Yeah, I have some notes I want to present to the board, the city council down.
For this offense, the Badgers. For this offense, the Badgers. They able to really find a stride here later in the season. Of course, that big win against Rootstown just a few weeks ago. One of those signature ones. This could be one too. Handoff inside.
Sam Gable, the ball carrier.
Not really anywhere to go. Babel gets the carry and gets the first down. Nevertheless, only needed a few and got it.
And you just talked about it, like just getting the signature W, like after having a tough start to the season, beating a talented Rootstown team that just joined the Chagrin Valley Conference this year, the second team out of Portage County that's there, so got a built-in rivalry there as well. Man, I mean, that's huge. And you think these last couple weeks, get a spot, top 12 into the playoffs, got an opportunity. This is a good football team we're seeing here tonight.
Of course, Badgers just removed from a playoff run last season. Be a handoff, left side. Babel trying to work his way through. He's got room, turns the corner, past midfield out near the 40-yard line. So I'm pushing again at the end of that. Trash talking, Devlin. Still doing it. And then Babel's pointing at him and running away. And there's another flag. This one, take your pick. It might go against the Badgers here. I think it will, because so huge run from Babel, and he's going to lose all the yards with the penalty.
And remember too, we'll see the penalty officially. Remember too, it's not just the action as well. Something may be said on the field as well. So
and he's pointing at him with both hands, and he was running away, and it's just the talking and the trash talk. You mentioned obviously AA2 in that first half. We'll see how the officials handle the second half, and they're not giving a lot of leeway for any of that stuff.
No, I mean, again, the officials are always at a tough spot. You know, the officials more than anybody. Cheese Field, Cheese Stadium. Cheese Field, Cheese Stadium.
2nd and 5 from the 47.
Well, with this win tonight, Badgers are going to get back to 500. 4-4 on the season. They'll go 2-1 here in the. Badgers are going to get back to 500. 4-4 on the season. They'll go 2-1 here in the Chagrin division. It's a big deal when we talk about playoff seeding. Badgers just on the outside, but with a win today, who knows where they'll be come next week. Keeper from Barsikowski, he breaks that side. He gets torn down. Great job on the tackle at the very end of the play. Hager got there with the stop.
And looking here at this home side, not a ton of fans that have left. Now, here in the stadium after the game, the band is going to perform a full post-game band performance after the game. So hardly no fans have left for that regardless. They got a great band.
Tradition on the last game, home game of the season. The band to do that.
Crazy to think already how fast these seasons fly.
Yeah, we're going to be a week 9. Miller gets the carry on 3rd down. He cuts back inside and gets just short of midfield. 4th down going to be on the way.
You know, for the Red Devils, obviously these next 2 games are going to be tough, but it's going to be up to them to figure out how they want to, you know, see how these next 2 games are going to be. I mean, they were in this game, just those costly turnovers in the middle of the 2nd quarter, like consecutively, really snowballed this game out of reach like that quickly.
Persick going to punt the ball away again. Januska back to return this. Minute to go in the ball game. Again, with the loss, Crestwood's going to fall to 3-5 this season. Remember, last year 5-5, just missed the playoffs. This year, going to need some help and some work to do. Get some really good competition to close out the season. Persick gets it. Almost got a block. Great punt on the right sideline. The ball going to bounce and die right at about the 15, and that's where Crestwood will take back over with 31 seconds to go in the game.
I have a quick observation before this game ends. We're in week 8, right? You want to know how you know that if we've barely seen any rain? This field is still in good shape.
That's very true. That is very true.
Usually by this point, I mean, we've been here, we've been in Madison, we've been in some Edgewood, some of the fields that have grass fields. By week 8, those fields are a mess. No rain hardly at all this summer, this fall, and this field is in great shape this late in the season.
Take pride in maintaining this place.
Oh yeah, the drainage is good here too.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
West End, he's going to hand off. Now Bradley working his way through. Almost lost the ball at the end of that.
Keep competing till the end.
Got about 8.
Bobby Bradley, the ball carrier.
17 seconds to go. We'll see if they run another play. It looks like they're not going to. So the final of tonight's game, 36-8. Berkshire gets the win and gets back to 500 right here on CVC TV. AA, your final thoughts on the game tonight?
Game was fantastic for the Berkshire Badgers. I mean, you're talking about a team defensively that really clamped down and locked in and answers across the board on the offensive side of the ball. They really handled business tonight, a game that they had to have had. And for the Red Devils, we talked about it a few seconds ago, Kyle. Man, you had a great first drive, but 2 straight turnovers by your own doing really hurt them and put this game out of reach very quickly, and you just wonder how they're going to recover from that on the practice side of things. But overall for the Badgers, great football game, and the young man that Coach Deweese talked about defensively. Watch him. Watch him. Nate Foltz, #1.
Yeah, Foltz and Barsikowski are going to take the co-players of the game, because Foltz had a couple sacks. Barsikowski threw 2 touchdowns, almost ran for a 3rd total touchdown before he fumbled at the 1. Was picked up by Beam in the end zone, but nevertheless ran for over 100 yards, threw for over 100. And both those players, Foltz and Barsikowski, are your CVC TV players of the game. In the final score one more time, 36-8. The Badgers beat the Red Devils here on CVC TV. We will see you next week. Have a great rest of your weekend, folks.